Hello everybody, today I am going to be making a tutorial on this 2x2 seamless glass door. Now originally I just did the door showcase because I thought it was a cool build and all, but Sisbro123 commented that he wanted to see a tutorial. So I'm just going to demonstrate how the door works. That's the door closing, sorry, and this is the door opening. I'm gonna get a better angle. Door closing and door opening. So yeah, that's the door opening and closing. Now this door, it's going to be 13 blocks long, 14 blocks wide. And it is going to be 13 blocks tall. Now some of the circuitry will have to go into the walls, but for the most part it'll be fine. Right now you're going to want to build 6 blocks into the center right here. 2, 3, 4, messed up. 5, 6. Now to the sides you're going to want to place 2 blocks, sticky piston, and then a block on that face. 2 blocks, sticky piston, block on his face. Now right now we're just going to build the piston layout because, I mean, that's how you start most doors. You start by the piston layout. So, just follow along. I'm not going to say everything that I do. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the reason for which I have 3 pistons here on the back is because basically how this works is that you have a double piston extension and retraction to place the blocks or hide them away. But due to the fact that in Bedrock Edition pistons can't spit out their blocks, I had to use 3 pistons. So yeah. Anyway, so get a good look at it. Make sure you haven't done any mistakes. This is the piston layout. Now, we're going to start by making the double piston extender. So this is just going to be the bit that extends the piston. So it's going to be, this is part of the circuitry used in the closing sequence. So make sure you get all the timings properly, because I've probably made this shot for this the 5th time that I've shot this because I messed up on the timings. So yeah, don't. Anyway, so yeah, pause the video, make sure you got all the timings properly. Oh yeah, forgot a bit of redstone there. Anyways, turn it on, you should see that happen. And what would happen here is that you'd have that closed up behind it, making it flush. And when it would open up, well, yeah. Okay, now, so we're just going to do the same thing over on this side. So same thing, just double piston extension to spit out the blocks in a way. Not exactly spitting it out because pistons can't really do that in this version of Minecraft, but yeah. Oh yeah, also, I suggest placing down the piston first, then the observers. Because if you place the observers first and then the piston, it'll move that glass block. So yeah, and that's that bit done. Now you should test it, like make sure you got all the timings properly. But yeah, now we're going to move on to the back side. Actually, we're doing the top. So this right here is going to be the pulse extender for the opening sequence. I used a pulse extender for the opening and for the closing sequence because I don't know why, really. It's just a lot easier to build it this way. Anyways, so you're going to have repeaters like this. Pulse extender out here. It doesn't matter if, no, actually the comparators have to be facing the same way, so don't mess that up. And we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. So place your 4 blocks there, redstone on top of all of them, redstone torch there. Repeater on 1 tick, 1 set to 4 ticks on the outside as well. You might be like, oh, that's insignificant, but it actually does make a difference. I mean, the door will still work, but when part of it closes, it will not be at the exact same moment. Yep, that's for the top. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to build the pulse extenders at the bottom of the door. So just follow along. Again, I'm not going to be like, oh, block there, absorber there. I'm not going to do this for the entire tutorial, so just follow along. This is pretty much the same thing that we were doing at the top, like with the pulse extenders. We're just doing it at the bottom this time. So yep, this is pretty much the input source. You don't need both of the observers, but I did it that way because I wanted to keep everything perfectly symmetrical. So again, put your repeaters there. Right now we're going to make a small pulse extender. I don't really know in which scenario a comparator in subtract mode would be that useful. I mean, I imagine very complicated redstone contraptions and maybe even small computers it would be useful, or for very fast redstone clocks. Well, anyways, this is the bottom complete. Well, the bottom front side complete. You should test it real fast, make sure it works. It does. Okay, so now we're going to build. It's extremely similar what we're building on this side, except that it's on the back, and it's not the same. It's very similar though. So again, follow along. I'm not going to say every single thing, like block, break that, go down, observer. I'm not doing that. Anyways, redstone on top of that. You can do the same thing on the other side. You don't really have to. I just did it because I'm doing it right now because to keep things symmetrical. But if you're building this in survival or something like that, you don't have to. Yeah, so this is the part in which it is different. The pulse extender goes somewhere else. Like instead of building it off a little bit to the side, making it shorter, you do it right there. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the bottom. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to set that one to 2 ticks. So this is the front side of the build. Just for reference, I put a sign there. And now we're going to do the, well, basically the triple piston, well, double piston retractor. So just, again, follow along. I'm not going to be like observer there, then go over to the other side, place piston there. I'm not going to do that for the entire thing. So just follow along. Oh yeah, my apologies if that sounded a bit rude. Okay, so, yeah, also it's very important that you don't forget to place redstone on top of those blocks. Yeah, it's very important that you don't forget to place the redstone on like the block between the observers, it's important that you don't forget to place it, or else only the lower pistons will activate. In case you're wondering what the pistons are for, it's so that I can activate them, and at the exact same time, because quasi-connectivity is not a thing in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, this is the simplest way to power two pistons when they're one above the other. Well, that's it for this side. Now I suggest you test it. It's meant to work with a 1-tick pulse, so yeah. But anyways, that's what should happen. If that didn't happen, just recheck. Okay, so now we're going to do this on the other side. So it's literally just a mirrored version, but I'm going to show you how to build it anyways, in case you tend to get confused when doing this. So, this is for the pistons one above the other. And yeah, just follow along, you know the drill by now. I can't emphasize how important this is. Don't forget the redstone on that. Okay, so also, make sure you got your repeater timings properly. Some, like, they have to be super precise, trust me. I've tried messing with them. Like, even the one that's on the 2 repeater set to 1 tick, I've tried changing those, and yeah, you can't. But anyways, so test it out again, see if it works. Great, it does. No. Okay, so for the most part, the whole build is completed. Now we just have to finish these parts up at the top. So, again, this is just a simple pulse extender, so very similar to the one that we have on the other side. And once we are done with this one, and the one on the other side, you'll be done. And we'll just need all the timing circuitry. So again, your comparator there for the longest pulse extension. And yep, that's one side done. Now we're going to do the other side. Make sure you get all the timings properly, because again, it's super important that you do not mess up. Okay, yep, we are done for all the wiring. Now, this is the front side again, so don't get confused. Oh yeah, a lot of these things are meant to be activated with 1-tick pulses. So there's a lot of observers in this build. So, yeah, this is probably the only thing that does not work on a 1-tick pulse, so that's why we have our repeater there, so that it sets the pulse to 3 ticks. But yeah, I suggest removing all the blocks from the door, so that you don't break anything unintentionally. So now to connect everything up, and this is what I was saying earlier, that some parts go into the walls. So I kind of messed up when I was building everything, and by the time I realized, I was too far into recording. In case you haven't realized, everything is a voiceover. I don't say anything when recording my videos. So I guess this is a confession. But so you're right here. There's going to be a tiny bit of it going into the walls. Now this will usually not be that big of a problem, but if you're very tight on space, it could be. Okay, so now that is pretty much everything done for the bottom circuits. And I gotta do this. Okay. And we're doing this on the other side. So this is the back side as well, remember. That's why there are no observers now. This again is meant to work on 1-tick pulse. You see, this is where it gets a little tricky, so you gotta make sure you place everything properly. It's like all the block placements, yeah, don't mess up. Okay, so now to connect it up to the 2 the circuit at the top. Yep, that's it. And on this side as well. Those are all the circuits linked up. Now we have to basically build our monostables connected to them. Okay, so remember, this is the back side of it. Okay, now, this is where it gets really tricky. Now you're going to place a lever right there, okay? Redstone torch there, block on it, redstone torch again, and a block on that, or another redstone torch, another block, and this is where you have your monostable circuits at. In case you're wondering why I don't use other types of monostable circuits, is because I find this one to be the most reliable. Sometimes under extreme lag conditions, monostable circuits involving pistons will not work, so I tend to use this one the most. But if you're using a simple machine, it should be fine. It's just that, like, on my survival world, I have crazy mob farms and everything, and it can get really laggy because I'm not playing on a PC, I'm playing on my iPad, so yeah. I mean, if you're skilled enough to build different type of monostable circuit, go ahead, but just stick to this one if you're not that sure, because trying to make changes to very delicately timed circuits or doors is very difficult, so yeah. Okay, so that's it done. So one activates when you flick the lever on, one activates when you flick the lever off. Now you can place in the glass, and that would be pretty much your door close to done. Now obviously you want to finish off the hallway here. I don't need this sign anymore, I think I'm going to keep it. Now what we have to do is that we have to connect the alternating circuit over to this, so that it powers everything. And we're going to do that by doing this. Redstone there, repeater, going into a block, and it's going to have redstone underneath it. So that'll power all the circuits connected to that, and we're going to do something similar over on this side. Oh yeah, we need to do a hallway as well, so yeah, just do that real quick. Also helps for reference. Yeah, no, anyways, so you're going to want to go 2 blocks down, redstone dust there, and then yeah, build up with glass like this, put redstone on them, and then build across with some blocks. And once you link up this, well, put repeaters to make sure the signal actually makes it. But once you have completed this, your door is now complete. So that's the tutorial. So anyways, you obviously want to test it out, make sure it works. If it doesn't work, well, God forbid it doesn't work. But if it doesn't, you're gonna have to remake everything. Sorry. Or you could try and find a fix. But yeah, that's the tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like, comment. I mean, this video took me over a week to make. So, bye. I'm recording this, like, after recording this. But anyway, it's a new outro. I just wanted to ask you guys what you think about it. So yeah. Here it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.